Assalamualaikum, my name is Nuruzma Wadiah binti Muhammad Yusuf. So today I'm going to present about the issues at the McDonald's, which is hiring underage workers. So first let's take a look at the introduction. Some fast food restaurant, for example McDonald's, is needed to hire underage or teenagers as their workers to solve and cover their labor shortage. By hiring an underage workers, they need to aware that it is come with an extra regulations and rules that the owners or managers must follow, or willing to take any risk of penalties and fines. Fact says that by hiring an underage workers, this can be beneficial for both of the workers and also the McDonald's managers or the owner. However, the underage workers are not allowed to do all jobs that has at that workplace. They are only allowed to perform certain jobs in the restaurants. This job scope including cooking, preparing an ingredient to cook, cleaning, and also cash register. If you are prepared, hiring young teenagers for some tasks could provide a lot of mutual advantage. This recent case happened when an Oregon's McDonald's seemingly desperate to hire workers when it's hung a huge banner outside their restaurant to advertising that it is hire 14 and 15 years old workers. Oregon McDonald operator Heather Coleman's said that there is a usual staffing concern that is unheard before. In her family's 14 years experience of owning McDonald's franchise, she said that this scenario is uncommon. Coleman described the youthful workers as a blessing in disguise. They have the desire to success and a strong work ethic. They are aware of technology. They soon pick up on it. Next, we move to the law. Law that used in these issues is Amendment to the Children and Young Person Employment Act 1966. The Children and Young Person Employment Act of 1966 was enacted to govern any child or young person works. A child is defined as someone under the age of 15, and a young person is someone who is 15 or older but under the age of 18. Children may be employed in light household chores, specific public entertainment, apprenticeships, government-sponsored work, forbids children and young people from working at night or underground, and establish labor hours. The Minister of Labor may declare an occupation acceptable of people for children or young people if he is satisfied that it provides no risk to the employment life, limb, health, or moral. Children and young people are competent to engage into service contract, provide that no damage or indemnifications may be recovered from them for breach of service and the Employment Act of 1955. And the amendment to Act come into force on February 1, 2019. Here some changes that are made. The amendment now states that children or young person aged of 30 may perform any line of work which defined as any work not likely to be harmful to his health, whether mentally or physically, or any works that will not prejudice his attendance at schools, including any place that teaches any religion. His participation in a vocational orientations training program approved by the competent authorities, or his capacity to benefit the instructions received. There are also lists of work that are not permitted to be engaged by underage workers. The first one is any job that exposes children or young people to prostitutes, Second one is any job requiring children or young people to work as social escort, hostesses, or in other related activities. And any job requiring children or young people to work in the production of trade of alcoholic beverage. Next is the solution. The solution that I think is the best way to prevent this issue to be a high risk for McDonald's, or more to think that they need to be considered when hiring an underage workers. Firstly, employers or the managers of McDonald's franchise need to should get the minors age certificates and keep them on files for the durations of the minor employment. When an employee job ends, the employer is required to return the age certificates to the minor so that he or she can show it to potential employers as a proof of age. Apart from that, the employer also need to aware the time management for these young workers. It is because their working time is not the same as an older workers, and underage workers still need to go to school. This is some example of maximum hour that employers need to take note. 40 hours per week when school isn't in sessions, 8 hours per day when school isn't in sessions, 3 hours per day when school is in sessions, and 18 hours per week when school is in sessions. Lastly, we take a look at the conclusion. A human resource management or HR need to bear in mind before they hiring the young workers that they might get fined or any punishment if they did not handle the young workers well. Hiring young workers is not the same as normal workers. This is why hiring young workers need to be discussed carefully, and if your company is not willing to face any consequences, then just better forget about the idea to hiring young and fresh workers. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.